Hello everybody, Sunday Elijah here. Kiev, Ukraine. I hope you get your notification. Hello everyone. Sunday Elijah here. Obi, the birthday boy. I'm sure your birthday was memorable yesterday. I'm sure you are still in that mood. You are still in that aura. Bebe Undum, it's long time. Mashu Esong, Nkiru. How was the day yesterday? Kennedy Festus, Victor Ogundipe, Tiger Depre, Rochelle White, Sandra, Shigo, Lidoish, Bola Luro, Peter Ayodele, Ojekwa Israel, Damila Refanera, Nira Kolawole, Martin Nagrotsky, Mayowa, Oyinye, Donald Mike, Oluwakayode Kundayo. Wow, Bode Thomas, hi. That's my Ilese village boy. Okay, it is Ireti that is here. All right, Ireti. Yvette, hi. Mintabe. All right. Obi is answering my question. Obi is saying, because I said he was the birthday boy yesterday, so I was asking him if the aura of the birthday is all over him. And he's writing, yes, but the aura of increasing net worth has taken over the aura of the birthday. Well. That is the new aura that everybody on this platform is living by right now. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and share our link. Please go look for your share button wherever that is. Look for your share button. It should be somewhere there. Triumphant Abulume Onofe said, "Good morning, sir. I'm following you addictedly." But Triumphant, I guess you are not the only one that is addicted. I've heard that word many times. I've heard that one, addicted to this something, many, many times, to this message. Well, this is a good addiction. This is a good addiction, I tell you that one. This is a good addiction. If you get addicted to this, to Pastor Sunday or to this message, definitely you are going to be a world changer. There is nothing that will stop you from changing your world. Anyway, let's go ahead and share the button. Go ahead and share the link. Look for that link and share it, everyone. Go share the link. Once you've done it, once you are through sharing the link, then we'll be ready to go. We'll be ready to go once you are through sharing the link. But let's do what we need to do first, then we can take off from there. All right, if you are through sharing the link, let's go. Well, welcome everyone. We continue to speak on time and the value of time. So today, my message today, or title of the message today is, Time Wasters Are Life Wasters. Time wasters are actually life wasters. Time wasters are life wasters. Then there is a second attachment to that says, how do you know if you are one? Time wasters are life wasters. Now, how do you know that you are one? Again, time wasters are life wasters. I know you know the reason why that. If you are a time waster, then you are a life waster, because Time is life. Time is not just money. Time is more than money. Time is actually life. Time is life. And if you waste life, if you waste time, you waste life. But the tragic thing about life is that most people who are time wasters don't even know they are time wasters. For example, somebody who has a job thinks he has a good thing, but it's in the category of time wasters. For example, somebody who is looking for salary or who works for salary is in this category of time wasters, but he will never even believe it. He will never even think about it. So the most important thing that we want to do today is to do an inventory. To do an inventory of yourself. To help you do an inventory of yourself. So that you'll be able to do an inventory of your life, an inventory of your day, an inventory of your time. Because that inventory will help you to put your mind in the right places. That inventory will help you to put your priorities right. And that inventory could take you from the category of time killers, time wasters, time killers, and take you and bring you into the category of life preservers, time savers and life preservers. So, if we could help you to do an inventory and to put a questionnaire before you so that you'll be able to answer the questions if you're a time waster or not. If you'll be able to help yourself and go through that inventory and discover that you want to stop being a time waster and you want to stop being a life waster, but you want to become a life conserver and a life multiplier, then you must really be careful. You must be attentive today. Now, before I go on, I want to remind you some of the real ideas, thoughts that you must remember. You need to remember that time is the greatest wealth that God has so generously given to all of us. God has blessed us with a general, universal wealth. And that wealth is the wealth of time. Time is the greatest resource on earth. That's another thesis that you want to remember. The next thesis that you want to remember is this: that time is the material from which everything is made. Another thesis is this: time is the material or the raw materials from which life itself is made. Therefore, write the next thesis: time equals life. The next thing you want to bear in mind is that everything you see is not made out of people. Everything you see is not made from people. Everything you see is made out of time and from time. Everything is a product of time. The house you live in is a product of time. That fridge in your kitchen is a product of time. That furniture in your house is a product of time. That clothes you are wearing is a product of time. You yourself, you are a product of time. Your child is a product of time. Your work is a product of time. Your salary is a product of time. Your food is a product of time. Life, indeed, is made up of time. And everything else, even God could not do anything without time. That is why the first creation is not light. The first creation is not the earth. The first thing God created was time. And that's why it's recorded in the Bible, Genesis 1, verse 1, that in the beginning, That statement, in the beginning, tells us that everything started with time, because the word beginning means time. So before anything came to pass, before everything came into production, there was the beginning. There was time. God created time before he could create light. God created time before he could create day. And the whole thing that follows after in the beginning, God, means that when God had time, he had everything. And I want to bring this good news to you today, that you too can be like God. You could create everything in your life out of the wealth of time. And that means also, if you have time, you can become everything. And there is nothing you cannot be if you have the wealth of time. But the key is you must understand time. And the key to maximizing time is one word that you must never forget. The most important word you could ever learn in your lifetime is called the word conversion. Because time must be converted. And it is only when time is converted that everything else comes out of it. Conversion. And the greatest key of conversion is work, labor. And yesterday, for some of you who were here, I gave you the secrets of increasing your net worth. And those points that I gave you, maybe there were 10 or 12 of them, they were the secrets through which time could be converted, apart from work, which is the most potent of them all. But today, I'm talking on you coming out of the league of time wasters. I want to give you illumination and understanding and strength of mind and wisdom to convert yourself from time waster into time conserver. Because if you are a waster of time, then you are a waster of life. And you must pass from being a waster of life into a multiplier of life. Let me start by another thesis, a new thesis that I want to give you today. It's a new thesis for the day. It's a quotation that you must remember. And this quotation will do so much good to you for the rest of your life. The quotation is this. Somebody might want to write it down. The man who fights for every minute of his day is the freest of all, is the freest and wisest of all men. I'm not sure you got that statement from the first time. Let me come again. The person or the man who fights for every minute of his day, every minute of his day, is the freest and wisest of all men. How do you see and how do you distinguish the wise out of the lot? Notice and observe how they fight for their every minute. Not for their every hour, but for their every minute. If you see a man or woman that is preoccupied at fighting for every second or every minute of his life, that person, you are looking at a wise person right there. You are looking at a very smart, wise, a great person in the making. So one of the greatest statements you could ever notice in a man or woman, one of the greatest virtues you could take note of in people is their attitude to time. If they trivialize time, you know that they are not going to go far in life. They are wasters and killers of life. But if they tremble about every second of their time, if they tremble and fight for every minute of their life, that tells you something. If you see a man that fights for every minute of his life, that means he knows the value that could be created in an hour of a day. And maybe he even knows the value that could be created in a minute of a day. So the reason he's fighting for that time is because he knows the power of conversion. And he knows that every minute that passes without being converted is a wasted time and is a wasted life. And he knows that if he could only preserve to himself that minute, that a minute becomes an hour, a second becomes a minute becomes an hour becomes a day becomes a year becomes a life. And so because he knows that, he fights for every minute of his life, because he's looking at what he could have converted that minute to, what he could have converted that hour to, what he could have converted that day to, what he could have converted that year to, what he could have converted that time to, if he could only have fought for that minute of his life. So don't forget that quote. The man that fights for every minute of his life or of his day is the freest and wisest of all men. Now the question that comes on after that is, why is he free? How come freedom here? Because a man that fights for every minute and every second of his life is a man that fights to be in control. Not in control of other people, not in control of other people's lives, but he fights to remain and be in control of his life. And to be in control of his life means to be the manager of his own life and destiny. That is why a man that is truly wise does not look for a job. Because when you go to look for a job or you look for salary, you mortgage, you are selling out your life. You are selling out your time, 8 hours of your time in a day. You are mortgaging your life. So you are not even fighting for 8 hours. You are not even talking about fighting for one hour. You are not even fighting for, I'm talking about fighting for every minute. But here, you are going to mortgage out 8 hours a day. I mean, if you are mortgaging out 8 hours in a day, it means the same thing. It's just as good as you have given up your whole life. Unless you are working in a place where it is your calling. Unless you are working in a place where you know it is your destiny. Unless you are working in a place where you know that is exactly what God wants you to do at this particular time. Or unless you are working as a temporary thing where you learn skills, or where you develop, where you are still growing and learning development and growth, or where you just needed to be and work to be faithful in another man's thing, in another man's work, or you are just working because you need to survive now, you need some money for a short time while you are building your own, your own territory, your own calling, your own product, your own your own calling. So a man that fights for every minute of his life, or a person that fights for every minute of his life, means he is taking back. He is taking back his life. He's taking back his life from the telephone calls so that he will manage it. And he will turn that wasted time into value product, into a value produced, or into an added value. A man that fights for every minute of his life is taking back his time, taking back every minute of his time from the hand of every distraction. because the distractions are the ones that trivialize life. And for him to fight for every minute is to be in charge, to regain the ownership of his own life. Many of us, we think we are the owners of our lives, but really we are not. Many of us who think that we live, really we don't live. Because our life is under the power and authority of anything and everything else apart from us. Most people, when they wake up in the morning, their time is just like a carousel. It's like a carousel. It's like a carousel. Somebody calls them, oh, okay, oh, you have to go out there, okay, sir, you have to do this, all right, oh, okay, someone is going, oh, my friend is going, oh, my mother is going. They don't own life. Their life does not belong to them. Their life belongs to everybody else but them. They are time wasters, time spenders, which means they are life wasters. These people are not quite zombie like someone is writing now, but they are not even aware. They are trying to be nice. Some of the greatest time wasters in life are the people who are trying to be nice, are the people who don't want to be rude, are the nicest of people, because you cannot say no, because you don't want to offend people, because you don't want to, you don't want people to be cross at you. So you trying to be kind. And also, some of the greatest time wasters are people who have been taught that they must always do something for somebody, in the sense that people are calling them and asking them to do this. Listen, whoever controls your time controls your life. If your life does not belong to you. Your life belongs to the person that controls your time. If you are the one controlling your time, if you are the manager of your time, if you are the lord of your time, if you fight to retain ownership of your time, then you control your life. But if your life is under the control of your parents, your family, your friends, your boss, your job, your friends, environment, that is who owns you. You don't really own yourself, and you don't belong. You are under captivity, because your life is not your body. Your life is your time. Sometimes we think that I control my life. I'm okay. I'm in charge because I wash my teeth, because I eat into my body to feed my body, because I wash my body, I go to bath, I look at myself in the mirror, and I think I see myself. I am here. But you are only seeing the bottle. You are only seeing the bottle. You see, this bottle is not you. This jar is not you. This jug is not you. This thing I'm touching right now is not you. You know who you are? The real you is what is inside. Time. And that time is passing every second. Every second. So whoever is controlling that time, wherever that time is going, whoever is taking decision on that time, is the one controlling your life, because your life is not this body. Your life is the content that is inside. Your life is the water that is inside. So whoever is pouring that water out, whoever is controlling that water, is the one controlling your life. If it is problem that is controlling that time, and if you are constantly running after problem, or to resolve problem, or to be under the control of problem or worries, you are mortgaging your life to worries. You are mortgaging your life to problems. You are actually, it is a problem that is the owner of your life. You are not the one who is the owner of your life. If it is your work that is in control of that your time is being spent on work, it is that your work that is the owner of your life. You are not the owner of your life. If it is friends and relatives or telephone call, people are calling you who are who are in control, or your time is spent on, it means they are the owner, they are the controller, they are the managers, they are the true owners of your life, not you. So whoever controls your time controls your life. Let me say it's better. Whoever owns your time owns your life. Whoever owns your time. So some people think that because they go to church every day or they go to church every week and try to do something there, they think that they are serving God. But where is the product? Where is the result? If God really owns your life, if God really controls your life and your time, God knows what to do with time. That is the good thing with God. The first day he created so many things. Second day he created so many things. Third day he created so many things. God is productive with every second. God is productive with every day. God makes everything new every day. God is the master of time. God creates things every day. God does not trivialize time. God does not trivialize days. He does not trivialize hours. God makes something to happen every minute, every second. So if your religiosity and you're going to church is not producing fruit, we are not seeing products, we are not seeing results, it means it is not God that owns your life or controls your life. It is religion, it is the church, it is your pastor, it is, the fear, it is control. Everything, your life is under the power of, not God, but under the power of religion, church, tradition, everything, but not God. So, until you come to maturity and to the realization that you are only free and you are only wise when you begin to fight for your time to be in charge and in control, to be able to say, this is what I want to do every hour of the day. And this is the value I want to produce for myself. This is the value I want to add to myself every time, every day, every hour of the day. I know exactly what value I want to produce. I know exactly what kind of result I want for my life. I want to produce value for myself, for others. I want to create a product, a service. I want to add value to something. I know exactly what my every day is producing, what my every hour is producing. Until you could be in charge of every minute of your day, until you could be the one taking decision and being in charge and being able to convert every minute, every hour of the day into what you can see, into a tangible value, you are not free. Until you are able to convert every hour into tangible net worth, you are not just not free, you are not wise. Let me say that, let me repeat that quotation again. The man that fights for every minute of his day, the man or woman or the person that fights for every minute of his day is the freest and wisest of all men. The freest. Why is he free? Because he's not under his time is not under the bondage of other people. His time is not under the bondage of other people's activities, other people's plans, other people's agendas. If he fights for every minute of his day, it means he is the owner of every minute of his day. Which means he is not under the control of anybody. Nobody is not under the bondage of anyone, because his time is not under the bondage of anyone. That is true freedom. True freedom is when you are able to plan your every minute. True freedom is when you are able to use and know what value you are converting that minute or that second or that hour to. That is true freedom, when you are the one deciding the value that your minute or hour is creating. When you are directing and channeling every minute or every hour into a desired product. When you are using every one of your minutes to do and to create precise, concrete values. When you are using every minute of your day, you take decision on the net worth that you are creating. When you know that every hour of your day is being used to create a value chain. That is why you should never go to church blindly anymore. You should never go to church religiously. Just because people say you should come and just go and waste your life. And by the time you discover it, they're already asking you, they're already referring to you as one of the veterans, the old people of the church, because you're already 50, 60, 70. You don't even know. You started when you were 20, or when you were in your 20s, or in your 30s. And now you don't even realize when time has passed. You are now a grandmother, or old mother, or old father. And you don't know where that life has disappeared to. You can't see any product to prove. Can't you see any product to use that that you have produced? Can't see any value that has been added. Problem. Lack of understanding. The Bible says, teach us, O Lord, to number our days, because it is and give us the heart of wisdom. Only wisdom knows the value of seconds. Only wisdom knows the value of minutes. And only wisdom knows that every minute must be fought for. That is why David was saying, Moses and David was saying that Psalm 90, that it gives us a heart of wisdom. What is a heart of wisdom? The heart of wisdom is the heart that numbers, that counts every minute, that counts every second. It is only the heart of wisdom. What is wisdom? He said, give us a heart of wisdom. Give us a wisdom heart. How do we know it? By counting the number of our days. When you begin to count your seconds, your minutes, your day, when you begin to fight for it and you convert it to produce value, you have attained wisdom. That is the proof of wisdom. The ability to number your days. The ability to number your days. So, when I was in high school, my God, I was so foolish. But thank God, that got repaired. I was so foolish. Because I came from a family, I was coming from we used to be a good family, a well-to-do family. Then all of a sudden we lost everything. So anyway, to cut the long story short, I was coming from a poor family. And because we were so poor, I wanted to be accepted, you see. I wanted to be accepted by some of my friends and some of the other families and some of the other guys from the other households. So I will follow them. I'll follow them to go play. I'll follow them to go trivialize time. Just do all kind of frivolities. Because I wanted to be accepted. And the guys I was following, they were not the wise guys. They were not the smart guys. They were not the best students. They were the worst. And that's the kind of problem our kids run into sometimes. We follow the bad guys, and I followed the bad guys. So I started running after discotheque and parties and all kind of things, even though I was poor. But I wanted to be accepted in their circles, you see. I wanted to gain some relevance. And while I was running after these people, I was being a guy kind of guy, but I never did my assignments in school. I never studied. I was only going to the bush to work, but after that, any little free time I had, I would go after these guys that were just living a trivialized and frivolous lifestyle. I almost lost my life purpose. because I didn't study. But it was only one year before I finished my high school that my sister delivered me. And she came and told me that if I didn't give my WAEC, they call it in our place, school living certificate, high school living certificate, that I was going to remain in that village forever. I was just going to become a farmer in that village. Nothing good will ever come out of me. No education. I would not be admitted to any college or any university. That I needed to work hard and make sure, if anything, I must pass my WAEC. At that time, I was not even, I never even studied anything. So thank God. You know what I began to do? And this is one of my greatest discoveries in life. But I didn't know that was time. I didn't connect it with time that time. What I did was, we tell my friends, we'll go out together, and I will tell them, to go and play and trivialize time and do some funny things. I will just tell them, okay. So I notice when they are playing, when emotions are high, everybody is, doing something, I'll just say, I'm going to toilet. I will just hide. And toilets were always outside in our village, So I go outside. Then I will go to the bush and just hide. I was not going to the toilet. I was going to the bush and run to my own house. Then I go and lock the door. Nobody should see me. And I will sit down there, put on the lantern. We didn't have candle, but lantern. Some light like that, some primitive light in the village. And I go and hide myself and read 6 hours every day. 6 hours every day. I will read from 8 to 2 o'clock. 8 in the evening to 2 o'clock. I will read. I did that for a year. And that was the key to my success. I started converting time. And the people that I thought were geniuses, I thought all those other guys who were studying well were geniuses. But thank God, I was just working hard. But I didn't know I was converting myself. I was one of the dullest. The teachers used to beat me and say, you are the dull, you are dull. Where did you come from? But I made myself into the brightest in 1 year just because of conversion of time. The lesson here is that all of you could make yourself into the best, into anything you desire, if you just know how to convert time. You could make yourself into the richest guy in your country. You could make yourself into the one that will find solution to any problem, any pressing problem in your country. You could make yourself to convert yourself to anything you desire. If you will be in charge of your time. If you will fight for every minute. So what I was doing by running away, I was telling you that story to let you know that I was fighting for every minute of my life. I knew I couldn't stand against their ridicules. I couldn't stand against their pressure, their peer pressure. Because if I told them that I was going to read, they were going to say, you are going to, ridicule me and mock me, and I would not be able to stand against that. They were going to break me morally. But I will use different lies. I will use different styles. I will use different tricks to fight for my time. We need to do the same thing today as well. All those visitors that are just coming. Like, for example, I come from Africa. People always think that you must be among people all the time. People almost think that if you are alone and you are reflecting and, you are reflectional, that you are, as if you must be entertained, as if everybody must come and make you happy. So people don't understand the concept of solitude in our place. People don't understand the concept of loneliness. But one of the greatest things that could happen to you is loneliness. So because the person that fights for every minute of his life is a lonely person, one of the greatest gifts you could give yourself is loneliness. The gift of loneliness is one of the greatest gifts you could give yourself. Because for me, it was only when I was able to separate myself from my friends. It was only when I was able to separate myself from all the time stealers and time wasters in my life that I was able to run. Because when you want to save time, conserve time, you must look for loneliness. You must look for solitude. So thank God for that time of solitude, I was able to convert. I was able to convert that time into knowledge. I was able to convert that time into understanding. I was able to convert that time into acquisition of knowledge. I was able to convert that time into English language. I started studying on my own, into mathematics that I was doing on my own, into literature. Everyone, you could convert your time into anything. So I had 9 subjects that I wanted to do in my school living certificate, and I would take 6 hours and I would be studying. What was I doing? I was converting that 6 hours of time into mathematics in my mind. I thought I was not gifted in mathematics, but when I saw the trick that mathematics is just about formula, I thought that it's so easy. It became the easiest subject for me in my mind because I converted my time into understanding of mathematics, and I became good in it. And I thought I was never going to be good in it before. Then I converted my 6 hours another day, I was doing this every day, into English. And I was able to pass my English language, even though I never spoke English until I left Nigeria. But I was converting my time into any content that you want. You can make yourself into any content that you want. You can convert your time into anything you want. You can become anything, anybody you want, by the conversion of time. But for you to be able to convert time, you must fight for time first. For you to be able to convert time into anything you want, you must first of all preserve it. For you to be able to convert time into becoming the richest person, or for example, I am going to Nigeria now, and next year maybe, and anytime God wants me to be there, but I'm going and I'm seeing myself, and I know exactly what to do to change the country. Now, when I talk about that, people think that this guy is living in delusion. Yeah, because of what I know. Everybody's power depends on what he knows. Everybody's influence, everybody's relevance depends on what they know. Everybody's value depends on what they know. I know something that is giving me the basis and the foundation, because I know I could become anything I want. And I'm not planning to go and become an answer to Nigeria's problem or Africa's problem. I am already the answer right here where I am right now. But I just want to start the process when I get there. Yeah, so I'm not hoping to become. I'm not planning to become the answer. I already made myself the answer. 30 years of preparation. And I know that 30 years, I've spent 30 years converting myself to be the answer to any daunting problem that I might face in Africa or in Nigeria. The same thing with you. You could make yourself to become the solution to any problem. You could tell yourself, I want to take this amount of time, 10 years of my life, or 5 years of my life, or 10,000 hours of my life, or 20,000 hours of my life, and become the solution, for example, to mathematical problem of this country, or to the educational problem of this country, or to transportation problem of this country, or to traffic problem of this country. And just give your life that time, and every day invest that time into conversion. Through hard work, through knowledge acquisition, through many other things. Begin to study in that area. Just like me, by studying mathematics, I just use time to convert that time into mathematics. Through studying mathematics, I became a man of understanding mathematics. Now that even professors of mathematics say, they are understanding mathematics after they meet me. I never studied physics, but I made myself to master physics. Even now, the professor of physics are saying that they couldn't believe it, that they are understanding physics when they met me. But because it's about conversion, and the thing so you can become. I don't know what you are doing, what you are becoming in your life. It is not school that makes you to become anything. It is the converted time that makes you to become anything. So you don't need to be in school. You just need to have a goal, what you want, and determine the time that you want to do something, and determine the area, the thing that you want to become, the area that you want to. So, and intentionally, you can sit in your house and become anything you want to be. You can sit in your house and become the richest person in the world. You can sit in your house and become the political problem of your country. You can sit in your house, but we are not just sitting, but you are converting all that time every minute. The more control you could have over your time, the more you could be able to channel it into whatever you want to become, or whatever you want that product to become. So one way you could, channel your time into you becoming something or somebody that you wish to see yourself become, or you could channel your time into making an outward product, into creating or producing a physical product or outward product that you want the whole world to see and that you want to use to change the whole world as well. But it is about the conversion of time. But if you don't fight for your time first, if you don't tremble and fight for every minute of your day, you will not even know what to do with that. You don't even have time to use. Because you are so busy with commitment. You are so busy promising this one, that, promising that one, that. You are so busy rushing to that meeting, to this meeting. So first of all, you must become the owner of your life, first of all. So only after you have become the owner of that life, only when you are in charge of that your time, then you could even begin to use it and begin to decide who you are going to become or what you are going to become or what product you are going to make from it. Are you a time waster or a time killer? Are you a time conserver or a time waster? Are you a life multiplier, duplicator, or you are a life waster? The whole thing I want you to get right now is that you must be in charge of every minute of your day. Don't forget that quotation again. The man or the person that fights. The world is so mean. This world we are living in is so mean. Like I told you about my friends. They were good guys. I thought they were my best friend. They were good guys. They're still my friends up to now. But they didn't know what they were doing, and I didn't know as much that time. And I did that to others as well. I did that to others. I wasted other people's time. I deceived them. I trivialized their life. I trivialized their time. And I wanted them to waste their time. That was just the wickedness of this world. I was living in a wicked world. I was part of that wicked world. And this world, they will tell you, it will come like it's a friendship thing. It will come like it's a love thing. It will come like it's a fun thing, fun, pleasure. But really, what it's doing to you is killing you. Killing your time is killing you. Wasting your time is wasting you. It's wasting your life. But that is when I was young. But today also, why do I say everyone that a man that fights for his time, for every minute of his life? Now, when you are adult, it's even worse. Forget about it when you are a kid or when you're a teenager like I was. But when you are adult, it's even worse. Because we all still want to be accepted. I come from Nigeria, and I'm sorry I keep on using the example of Nigeria. In my country, people I know in Nigeria, everybody wants to talk to me on phone. Because of Nigerians, I stopped using telephone. I don't have telephone right now. I got rid of telephone. I don't even have telephone anymore. It doesn't matter if they are important people or they are ordinary people or they are famous people or they are big people. Everybody wants to talk to you on phone. Write whatever you want. Write it down. Write your thought. Everybody's no, okay, give me your number. Let's talk. Let me call you. Write. No, they give me your number. Let me talk. Because they don't even know. But time is like everybody wants to talk. But when you are talking, you cannot control it because everybody says, oh, hi, hello, hi. But when they write, You can see exactly what they want and you can take your decision about that. So our life is full of time wasters that we must cut off. You must learn to cut off all those time wasters, even if you would need to throw your telephone away like I did. You just have to face the fact. Just have to face the fact. I think the bigger problem than traffic that we have is people want to talk on telephone. And you must set yourself free from their influence, from wanting to talk to you on telephone all the time. You must cut it off. You must always ask yourself, what is that? What is that time being converted into? What is that time being converted? What value is that time of talking on telephone? What value is it creating for you? Or what value is it creating for other people? Now, I talk with people, but people that I need to talk to, not on telephone, I give them internet kind of video contacts, and I talk, that way with people that I really want to talk to. But our culture, people should learn to write their requests, their needs, to formulate their thoughts, rather than just sitting on telephone from morning to night. There are some people that cannot even drop telephone for 5 hours a day. They are on telephone like 3, 4, 5 hours every day. And Nkiru is saying they will spend 30 minutes just asking how you are doing. Just asking how you are doing. So you must fight for your time. Fight for your time. You must know how to say no to people. If you don't learn to say no to people, you are actually under their slavery. You are under their bondage. You are under their bondage. Because anybody that controls your time, anybody that distracts you, takes your time, controls your time, wastes your time, they are really the owners of your life. They are the owners of your time, and if they are the owners of your time, then they are the owners of your life too. Fight to take control of your time back. Fight to take back your life. Fight for every minute, because minutes are made up of seconds. And seconds become minutes. Minutes become hours. Hours become days. Days become your life. If you don't fight for every minute or every second, then you don't fight for your life at all. You don't fight for anything. You mortgage your life, you waste your life, and you allow other people to waste your life. You must first of all take control of that life before you could begin to tell people what you will do with it. Wow, I have not really started mentioning to you the steps to take to preserve your, how do you, I've not started the inventory. Right now, I will do the inventory tonight. I will do the inventory. Oh, not tonight, I forgot. Today is Saturday, right? Today is Saturday. So today we are going to do, we are going to hear the testimonies of how people are, maximizing their lives. Christians in our church, we're going to hear testimony tonight. Then tomorrow morning, I will give you the questions and the questionnaires, how to do the inventory of your life, and how to, analyze your life, and how to find out if you are a time waster or not. And yeah, I'm going to help you do that inventory tomorrow. I couldn't get to it today. You see, time is flying so fast in this program. This is just like the introductory part. Tomorrow we will do the inventory. Not tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow morning. But tonight, there'll be testimony tonight, so we'll be happy to see you back. Anyway, let's go and look for our share button, please. Everybody that's watching, go look for your share button right now. Our time is going to an end very fast. So go look for your share button, please. Go to your timeline. Go and look for the share button. Go look for the share button and press that share button. Share the link. Share this message in your timeline and share it with other people. And then let's go and share the message. And then I want to also read your comments. Let me read your comments. I want to read your comments, okay? So let me hear what you're thinking about this message, what you learned, what you took. Okay, Peter Jonah said, good message, sir. Personally, I have mastered the use of phone. I record not more than 2 to 3 hours call in a month in total. Wow! You are a genius. You are something. That is Peter. And this Bogdan Vygovsky. Sunday, you give out a lot of great values for free. Thank you for all the value you give. Thank you, Bogdan. Bogdan, where are you from? Are you from Kyiv, Ukraine? Are you from Russia? Are you from America or somewhere? Where are you from, Bogdan? I don't think I can't recognize this photograph. Tell me something. Write me who you are, Bogdan. Okay. Just very. Prosta nifse nashimeya prisoner youth. I nifse vidiat senost v tom, što ja delaju. Поэтому слава Богу, что есть такой Богдан, поэтому мне стало интересно знать, кто это. И откуда он взялся вообще, что в этом мире, джунгле, информационном джунгле, в котором мы живем, какой-то здравый нашелся. Поэтому очень приятно, Богдан. Ну, короче, мы потом свяжемся, пообщаемся чуть-чуть. Okay, Elizabeth Ali is saying, Pastor, with all these teachings, I don't think your trip to Nigeria, I don't think your trip to Nigeria is soon. You don't want to release me anymore to Nigeria. I thought I was going to take all of you with me to Nigeria, but you want to keep me in Europe. You want to keep me in Europe so that I keep on teaching you. Brenda Williams said, this message is liberating me. God bless you, sir. God bless you too. Joseph Oyewale said, the word is meant and is mean and unreasonable. That if you don't take mastery of your time, others will subdue it for you and dictate the terms. Yeah. Triumphant says, sir, I need information on how to get your books, particularly the 2 latest ones, Money Won't Make You Rich. My books, if you are in the West, my books are on Amazon, Amazon.com. If you are in Nigeria or in Africa, my books are on okadabooks.com. And yeah, you can get my books there. But you could also read 2 chapters of my books for free on my blog. On my blog, you can read 2 chapters for free. Also, you can go and get all the old messages that I started 4 months ago. You know, go to my blog and you'll be able to listen to all of those. I just read something. God will make way. That's a pastor in Port Harcourt. God will make way. He say, God will make way. He say, I bind anything that want to change your decision from coming to Africa in Jesus' name. I bind everything that want to change your decision from serving to Africa. Now we are going to prayer warrior. Prayer warfare is going to start right now. Okay, Samuel John Peters. People have started binding and losing, and the ones who are in Europe are saying, They are binding me from going to Africa. And the ones who are in Africa, I said they are binding everything. Want to stop me from coming? Amazing. Samuel John Peter says, this is the best message I've heard about the use of time. Please, we need to host you in Bayelsa State. Kindly let me know. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you. Only Nigerians can invite me now. Some people are inviting me to Europe, America. No way. Only Nigeria. Sheung Dikpaolu, learn to say no necessarily. Necessarily. Be in charge of your life. Do not allow anyone to control your time. Yes. Adetoro say, you are greater than Nigeria. You are a world teacher. Yeah, well, we'll help the world too, but we need to help Nigeria first because that's where I come from. Shigo, and that's where God is sending me to really right now. Shigo Nwafo said, thank you so much. Can we say that enough? Let's think about it. Always overwhelming us with wisdom that is coming so free. Mil gracias? Oh yeah, my thanks. Okay, thank you. Big Smoke says he likes the message. Okay, Bogdan says we met a few times before. Wow, okay, I didn't know that. I will go and see your photograph later on. Maybe I will recognize you. Charles Oyewusi said, Pastor Sunday, God made you an authority in this area. The oil on your head will never run dry in Jesus' mighty name. Well, that's the problem. When I speak about finances, people say I'm authority in that area. When I speak on kingdom of God, people say that's my calling. When I speak on anything, people say that is my calling. Yes, Pastor, we all receive an alert of 1,440 minutes. Well, I have something about that. That's one of the messages I'm going to give these days. Credited to our life account daily, but oftentimes rots and moths come to steal it. Yep, you are right, sir. Okay, Bogdan is living in North Carolina, in Charlotte. Born in Lviv, but living in Charlotte now. All right. Most likely we met before in the States here. Rochelle White says, it has certainly brought illumination, something I never even knew, and so I'm even dreaming about conversion. Yeah, she never knew about conversion before, but now she's even dreaming about it already. Mabel or Mabel Ambuge said, the message has shaped me, and I will put my time in what I want to be. Writing from Thailand. Wow, Mabel. Thailand is far. Blessings. Okay. Daniel Oshoma said, a good seed must reproduce after its kind. Please, if you have not copied the link, go ahead and share the link, okay? A good seed must reproduce after its kind. Pastor, Nigeria produced you. Please give back to the nation. The Lord will grant you the desire of your heart. Amen. Peter Jonah said, maybe my dad helped me, sir. He taught me never to want to please people because you can't at the end of the day. Yeah. Oyeye said, God bless you, sir. There are time wasters everywhere. I will fight for my life and time. Chris Ifeanyi is a pastor. Please, how do you discover yourself? Chris, it means you are new here. The last 1 month, I've been talking about how to discover yourself. Look at my book. I just released it. It's on Okada Books, and it's also on Amazon. And you can go to my recordings on sundaylajahblog.com. There is a whole series of 2 weeks I was teaching on how to discover yourself, how to find yourself. And this is a book, Who Am I?, that talks about that, how to discover yourself. Many blessings. Thank you very much, Pastor. Heart enlargement taking place in my life already. My perspective of time has been radically upgraded. Bafu de Bafunes. Thank you, Pastor. Learning so much practical stuff. Phone and technology, social media are meant to be tools for effectiveness, but people are now using it as tools for time killer. Paul Eric, the key to failure is trying to please everybody. We must go beyond being a people pleaser to being God pleasers. That's good. Afolabi Victor said, Vision 2020 is becoming real for Nigeria. Yep. Dika King say, your teaching has helped me. Thank you, sir. And I'm about to solve a national problem in Nigeria. Yeah, that is what all of us are supposed to be doing. You know, and I want to encourage you, Dika, to, you know, come as often as you can. I'm going to add so much value to you. And if you are an inventor or something, I have keys to invention. I could make anybody to become an inventor. I have the keys. I have the secrets. And so, you know, anybody that wants to create anything with their life, I can help you to create anything, to become anything you want to become in life. That is who I am. That is my specialty. I help people to become anything they want to become in life. So if you want to become a millionaire, please, but I don't care for millionaire. That's not, maybe you need it for your calling, but I really want to create people who will bring solution to all the problems of our country and our continent, and our world as well. Okay, Peter Jonah, the part I love most today is that worries and anxiety does not worth our time. Strong one. Adeka Lejaye said, point of reflection. Joseph Oyewole said, exponential, quintessentially, exceptionally breathtaking. Geniuses are few. Sunday Adelaja, you are one in a million. Thank you. Fumi Jeboda said, this is very timely and long overdue. Implementing right away. Brilliant. Vasquez, Evangelist Vasquez, when are you coming to the U.S.? I'm not interested in coming to the U.S. I'm not interested in going to anywhere. I want to go to my country, to Africa, to Nigeria. Everybody must come to Nigeria now and to Africa. I will go to the U.S. to do my business. I have businesses there, but only for that, but not interested in coming there to preach or anything. Adetoro is in Como. Adetoro has taken over this thing to another level. She's now saying, I bind everything that wants to confine you only to Africa. Corey, don't break, oh. I will use the word of Shigo. I don't fit laugh, oh. Corey, don't break. Wahala, don't break. That is Nigerian language right there for you. Kennedy Festus said this message was superb. God bless you, Pastor. You too. Triumphant. I say a big amen to that binding. Maria Makajola said, sir, will you do a lesson on how to write books at some point? Is that possible? Maybe, but that is not the greatest need right now. We have greater need. Apostle Sam Roberts, time is man's greatest gift. Yes. Nkem DK, well, I personally don't like people who don't have value for their time. I use my time to develop me. Thereby, I don't attend most events. Brilliant. Princess Christiana says, this is awesome. Thank you so much. God has given me several dreams and business ideas incorporated. Writing a book. This so timely. Brilliant, Princess Christiana. Brilliant. By the way, I'm looking for people who will help me to convert some of these my teachings into book. So if you are writers, you know, you could get in touch with me. I'm going to pay you for it. So let's do it. Florence Oluwawumi said, you have a great, genuine, and loving heart. Thanks for the investment. Thank you. Ugo Emeka Ebigbo said, life transforming. God bless you, sir. You too. Nkiru Okeke said, yes, Chris, my friends only get me through email, Skype, and my husband. Yeah, that is so wise. Siju Ade said the teaching was so powerful. Bolu Eniolua said, key thought, am I a time conserver or a time waster? Learn how to fight for every minute of your life ASAP. Thanks for this life transforming message. BC says, your messages are changing my paradigm completely. Thank God. Oluwatoyin said, Dr. Sunday, indeed, we are dining and rubbing minds with you. You are an exceptional leader. I value and love you. Thank you, Toyin. Shigo said, no worries, you can go anywhere as long as you keep up with our day twice a day. Amazing. Bogdan says, when we met, it was a long time ago. I was much younger. You may not remember. Oh, okay, Bogdan. Ojo Pelumi said, I'm a student of sociology and anthropology in Ife, and it is my desire we begin a practical approach to the theories. Wonderful. Let's do it. And you have to bring it to pass in Nigeria. Fumi Adewus is a carry go, Pastor. I support your Nigeria move, and with you, we are going together in Jesus' name. I need as many people. If you have not registered to go with me to Africa, please go register at sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. Shiju Ade said, this is my concern and my reason for following you to bring changes to Nigeria. I believe that through you, our country will change. Thank you. Youth for a better Nigeria. I ask, Nigeria is the place to be. Onyeye is saying, Okoro, I rebuke every voice that want to keep Pastor Sunday in Europe. Charity begins at home. That's answering Adetoro. Daniel is saying, Jesus was only called to the household of Israel. They got scriptural visit, not to the Gentiles. Triumphant say, I can no longer hold my seat any longer. We want to go and do something. Muiwa from Germany, he says he's blessed. Thank you. Chris Ifeanyi said, it's time for Nigeria to shine. I can see it. I can feel it. Pastor, Nigerians are waiting for you. Please make haste. Lopongo said, you are our light, sir. Thank you. We are all supposed to be the light of the world, really. Triumph said, I need your mailing address. My mailing address is out there. It's pastor at godembassy.org. Pastor at godembassy.org. Ayo Adedayo said, your teaching has prepared me to study more in the area of my interest. Go back to school. Yeah, great. Afolabi says, if you want to know your future, look at what you are doing right now. Yeah, that's so true. Michael Akintaro said, I've been trying to go back to pulpit after 2 years break as a pastor. Now I think I need to unlearn some wrong doctrines I learned while a pastor. Yeah. Samuel John Peter says, since I started listening to you, my life and ministry has changed completely. I preach your messages and the outcomes because they come in blessings. Matthew Aishi says, Pastor Sunday, your messages are very inspiring. God bless your ministry and family. I was blown away with your message. Thank you. You know, everyone, you should know that I come here 2 times a day. I'm here 7:30 a.m. British and Nigerian time and 7 p.m. in the evening, British and Nigerian time. And in the US, that is 2:30 a.m. Eastern time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. Shioma is here. Shioma. I thought I was a time-conscious person, but now I know I need to push that further by thinking in seconds and equally converting that. Yep. Beer in style, say, Pastor, because of your teachings every day, my life is changing every day. May God pour oil on you. May God pour oil of favor on you. We love you. Thank you, Beer. Omowume Adu say, thanks very much, Pastor, for the powerful message. I wrote a lot down today. I don't really entertain phone calls anymore. Well, thank God. Formulayo Agape says, thank you, Lord. Nigeria really needs help. It's not good for a nation that we call Giant of Africa to be mocked and go down the trail. Yeah. Yetunde said, there is always something new on this platform, something to improve our life daily, curb our excesses. I'm getting better every day. Thank God for that. Well, what time is it? I think the time must be okay. Kate says, Imodeme, this message is the bomb. Thank you, sir. Vasquez says, it's 2:30 a.m. and 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. for Eastern Time. No. It's 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Time, not 2:30. It's 2:30 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon, okay? Apostle Asemota said, man of God, you have been a blessing. I love listening to you and reading your books, and I'm happy you are coming to Nigeria. Please come quickly. You are too much needed. Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for your time. Thank you so much for your time. And I will be back in the evening with practical stories, practical testimonies of people who are changing their word for God. And thank you so much for everything. See you tonight and tomorrow. Blessings. Bye.